Could there be a hidden link between Biden's top donors and the anti-Israel protests raging across American college campuses? That's a question that has been raised by Politico, which recently reported a surprising overlap. Some of the biggest contributors to Biden's presidential campaign are also funding the anti-Israel demonstrations on campuses across the nation. These donors aren't just any small players, they are some of the biggest names in Democratic circles, including Soros, Rockefeller, and Pritzker. Further digging reveals an intricate web of connections. Take, for example, the groups Jewish Voices for Peace and If Not, Now. Both of these organizations are backed by the Tides Foundation, which in turn has financial links to George Soros and previously the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So, what's going on here? Is this all just an odd coincidence, or is there something more to it? Diving deeper into the funding trail exposes some startling facts. A closer look at the financial transactions reveals that the Rockefeller Brothers Fund, a philanthropic organization, made a substantial donation of $300,000 to the Tides Foundation in 2022. The Tides Foundation, in turn, has given nearly $500,000 over the past 5 years to Jewish Voices for Peace, a group known for its anti-Zionist stance. Yet, the money trail doesn't end there. Several other groups involved in pro-Palestinian protests receive backing from a foundation funded by Susan and Nick Pritzker, heir to the Hyatt Hotel empire. The Pritzkers are known for their generous contributions to Democratic campaigns. They donated $6,600 to the Biden Victory Fund a few months ago and more than $300,000 during the 2020 campaign. It's become crystal clear that some of the biggest donors to Biden's presidential campaign are also funding anti-Israel demonstrations on college campuses. Biden's comments on the protests, focusing on property damage and vandalism, failed to address the deeper issue. No mention of the Jewish students who've been forced to flee the campuses because of threats of bodily harm. No mention of rabbis alerting parents of Jewish children to keep their kids home because they might face injury. We're seeing Jewish students grappling with threats of violence and a climate of fear that has driven some to leave their campuses. This isn't just about property damage, as President Biden would have us focus on. It's about the safety and well-being of students who are being targeted because of their faith. This silence speaks volumes, and it's not going unnoticed. With the Democrats and with Biden, it seems they can't speak against the anti-Semitism because too many of their political campaign funders are simultaneously funding it. What does this mean for the American voter? It means a choice. It means deciding whether or not to support a political party that is indirectly linked to the funding of anti-Semitic protests. The implications of these connections could be far-reaching, potentially swaying voter sentiment and influencing the outcome of the upcoming elections. That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe for more top news daily.